Hi, Keith McCrone here from the Ultimate Track Day Experience, and you can see that I'm sitting here in front of safety equipment, and that's what this particular video is going to be focusing on. And the reason why we're focusing on that is because more often than not, when somebody comes into our fold and they want to experience the Ultimate Track Day Experience, the next words out of their mouth is, "What is it that I should wear?" So I'm going to be covering with you the basics and a little bit more advanced. So first off, if you're going to be somebody that's going to be doing anything as far as just HPDE events, so high performance driving education events, you're going to want to obviously wear a helmet. It's something that's mandatory. You have to wear a helmet. You want to make sure it's Snell approved. Now, there's multiple different helmets that you can go with. You can see this one here. This particular helmet is an Arai helmet. I particularly like Arai, and I'll tell you why I like Arai. It doesn't mean that they are the best, and you only have to go this way, but I'll explain to you why I like that. Now, this one here is obviously equipped with a radio. Yours will not be equipped with a radio. But the main reason why I go with Arai is for two reasons. Number one, it's easy to get parts for this Arai. So anytime anything happens, it's easy for me to get tear-offs. It's easy for me to get hardware for the shield, whatever it may be. It's easy to get hardware for this. And a lot of times at racing events, if for some reason I don't have it, there's going to be somebody else that may have it. The second thing is because I love the comfort of the helmet. It fits very well. If you're somebody that's going to be in a car for 4, 5, 6 hours, say maybe over a 3 to 4 day window, you want to make sure that you got a helmet that's going to be comfortable. And this particular Arai is something that fits really comfortable on my head. Now, they do have a lot of other helmets that are out there, really good helmets as well. Satil has them, Bell has them. They have inserts that go in to make them comfortable. But the main thing is that you want to make sure the helmet is comfortable. I mean, the safety across the board is just as safe with every one of them, but we want to make sure that parts availability and comfortability is going to be at the highest standard. From that point, I mean, we move into a Hans. I always highly recommend the Hans device. It doesn't matter if you're going to be doing HPD events or you're going to do in competition. This is something that was obviously mandated some maybe 10 years ago, if not longer now. And I highly recommend it. I mean, there's been many times that I have seen maybe drivers get into a situation where this has been coming very handy for them. It's been the safety behind this has worked very well for them. So I'd highly recommend using a Hans device. From that point, you move now into gloves. Now, again, any kind of gloves are going to be fine. I mean, Simpson makes a pair out there that's pretty good. Amp has them. These one here are Freem. I've used Sparcos. I've used all kinds of gloves. To be honest with you, I never had an issue with grip at all with any one of them. The first thing is comfort. Again, you want to make sure that these things fit snug, but they're not too snug. We don't want it to be baggy because we got to be able to feel the car through the steering wheel. I like to use these things here because you never know what might happen. If you get into a situation on the track where, let's just say that you wish you had gloves on or you need to have gloves, I would highly recommend that you have them on just in case that situation happens. So we don't want to be in a situation and wish we had them. We'd rather have them in case we need them. So then it moves into a situation where you have shoes. So racing shoes. Again, there's a couple different brands that are out there that are really, really good brands. I use these particular brand here, which are going to be the Alpinestars. And the reason why I like that is because I think they have the softest sole on the bottom and I can feel my pedals really well. So I'm getting a feel of the car or the feedback through the pedals and also through the steering wheel. So that's why I chose to go with the Alpinestars. Now I've used 4 or 5 different brands. Again, there's nothing majorly wrong with any of them. These ones fit me the best, and I like the feedback on the soles. Getting into the suit, so you can see this particular one here is going to be the Amp suit. Now, a couple of things you can go with when it comes to the suits. I mean, you can go 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer. If you're going to be somebody that's just doing high performance driving, I would probably say a 2 layer would be fine. If you're somebody that's going to be doing competition, you can move up into a 3 layer. But again, I look at these almost like the gloves. I mean, if you ran into a situation where you wish you had a suit on, I like to say I'd rather have it on, and if we need it, I'm ready, rather than, gee, something happened and I didn't have a racing suit on. Now, if you're going to be jumping into a car like one of ours, it is a factory-built race car. Obviously, a full roll cage, top speed might be somewhere in the window of maybe 170 miles an hour. And, God forbid something would happen. But if it did, we certainly want to make sure that we have everything in place as far as the requirements when it comes to safety and the things that we can wear on ourselves. As far as the car is equipped with full safety. So we have everything from a full roll cage in the vehicle. We have a full fire depressant system, and we also have a master shutoff switch to shut off everything to the car. So we have everything covered there, but we want to cover everything here as far as the driver's concerned. Now, again, I'm not saying that you got to run out and you got to buy all this stuff here one shot. If it's something you're new at the game, I have gone ahead and lent some of my stuff that I've had. I've got like a couple different varieties of suits and some gloves and things like that. It's something that we do offer. We could go ahead and lend you that as well. But first and foremost, start off with the helmet. Make sure you got something that fits and there's parts that are readily available. I'd highly recommend grabbing yourself a Hans with that because, hey, if we're going to protect our head, let's protect our neck as well. Let's maybe get some shoes. I mean, it's a lot more comfortable to have these things on than maybe it is driving in tennis shoes. Sometimes the foot boxes are really small, and you're able to get your feet, I want to say, moved around in there a little bit more comfortable in the smaller areas. Throw some gloves on. You're going to save your hands. I'll tell you that. You won't get the calluses on them, and in the event there's an issue, you're going to have your gloves on and you're going to be protected. And then maybe last year, rather than trying to maybe wear sweatshirts and jeans, it's like, hey, we can put a suit on like this and we're going to fit in the car even better. And you're going to get some good feedback also sitting in the seat, coming through your rump, if you will, as far as the car and what it's doing. And then in the event that you have a situation where you need to make sure you have the suit for safety, you're going to be covered. Again, I appreciate you joining me on this particular video here. We do have still some slots left this year, so if you're somebody that's interested in experiencing the Ultimate Track Day experience, just go ahead and simply hit us up down below. The phone number and the email is down there. Again, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you at the track.